As a family business of 75 years, we certainly didn't get here alone. We grew with the industry and the vessels themselves. This hasn't been without challenge. 14 administrations, the luxury tax, 9/11, and the credit collapse. We stuck together, and with true partners like trade associations and the world's largest boat show in our backyard, the marine industry is a huge success story. And this is our chance to tell it the Ward's way. Welcome to Season 5 of Ward's Way at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. And I'm here today with my friend Lisa Scott-Founds, who's the president and CEO of Winterfest Boat Parade and the Winterfest Foundation. Welcome.
Thank you so very much for having me. It's like a liquid sunshine day
That was the first time I heard that today, Lisa. We went to this, for all of you, we just went to the global luncheon, and it's fascinating. But it's pouring outside, and people framed it as liquid sunshine.
Yes,
I
it's
love
like
that.
a Chamber of Commerce day. You know, we need a little rain for our gardens to grow.
We do.
And it's beautiful no matter what.
And I always tell people that the marine industry, we take big boats on water, we go against waves, we go against all those of Mother Nature's best. So why not have a show in the middle of the pouring rain?
Exactly, it works. And we do boat parades in the middle of the rain.
I was just going to say, let's segue. So let's talk about it.
Boaters are resilient.
You know what? That's true.
That's something to be said about. I know that if we were doing a land parade, probably not. But when I see the weather coming bad, I just like, it's going to be okay because they're boaters and they're used to it, and they put their little ponchos on, and it's all good.
And also, if you don't have a poncho, you could go to the tent 100 or 200 tent. We could get new shoes.
See, there you go.
We could get rain gear. We could be set. Anything you need at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. So talk to me about Winterfest. So it started when?
Okay, well, actually, it's got quite the history.
Okay.
A Fort Lauderdale staple. In 1966. Few boaters got together and decided that they would have some fun and decorated their boats. Went out, and actually it had traction. I think that organically they would go out and do it, but then in 1971, a gentleman by the name of Kay Pearson, who started the International Boat Show, actually had a bigger vision. And he realized that there was something that this community could really wrap their arms around, and so he really got everybody together. In 1988, it was actually incorporated. Ina Lee was very involved at the time. We all know her from Travel Host magazine. It just really morphed into this amazing event that got international flair. People were coming in from all over the country, so they actually named it Winterfest and incorporated it. And in reality, in the late 80s, tourism in South Florida wasn't so super strong in December. So it really helped with bringing people here at a time with a lull. Bob Hope was actually one of the very first grand marshals, and from there it just kind of kept growing, and here we are today.
Today you're with a very big parade.
We
that took
are.
Off. Talk to me.
So it's beautiful, the fact that Winterfest is now the largest one-day spectator event in the entire state of Florida.
Which is huge. I mean, no offense, but we have a lot going on in Florida. That's huge.
It is, and the 7th largest actually in the United States. So you think about 1 million people lining the shores. There's families that get out there at like 8 o'clock in the morning. There's parties happening. Every restaurant, every hotel sold out on the parade route. Our economic impact at the end of the day is over $51 million to this area. You think about all of the DJs, all of the charter boats, all of the, the bartenders that are out there, they're working that evening. There is so much going on, and in fact, years ago, the Miami Herald did an article on our economic impact, and they brought in the fact that it's Public's largest day, from 17th Street to all the way into Pompano, the ones in those corridors, more so than Thanksgiving, New Year's, Christmas, the largest day for their deli.
Wow,
yes,
that's a really cool fact. It is.
It's like
everybody's wanting their
fact,
pub
right?
subs. They want their pub subs on that.
Exactly, and they're a great sponsor.
I
so
was
it's
just going to
nice.
say, Publix better be a sponsor. Now, I will say there's another economic impact that you should look at, and it's the electric that goes into these boats having to get their lights on. I'm just messing with you. I'll provide it for you, so it'll be. But I do know for us, for example, there are people that come as Ward's Marine, they come to us a month before and say, I have to have my boat ready, and I noticed last year my batteries, should I replace my batteries? I'm running this or I'm running that, or what do I need to do? So it's a huge economic impact. Yeah.
And we've got 5,000 spectator craft out there, lining the
wow,
12 miles,
that's true.
Small itty-bitty boats, people on jet skis. And then when you think about the parade itself, we do a pre-show with kayaks. So when we say that non-motorized to motorized, it's true. And having just all the participation in any way we can with the aqua flight, doing the aerial acts, ski dues and things of that nature, all the way up to we've had 200 footers. So it is truly an amazing sight. And in fact, another historical thing is in 2007 we moved the boat parade. It always started for 37 years in Port Everglades.
Okay.
After 9/11, we got pushed back we couldn't go around in circles in the port. So that added a lot of time to the boaters and going in circles. We had an opportunity. I was at an event watching a 180-footer go to Bradford Marine, and I'm thinking, what goes up must come down.
There you go.
So we decided, why not try to move the parade where more people could see it.
Yep. Bring it to the community.
And it was actually a safer opportunity because all the boats come and they dock. They're hanging out. They're conversing with the people on the shores. There's so much energy. And I go every year and watch the parents, and they're choreographing their children. They're getting them ready. The bands are practicing. The lights are coming up. I even saw once there was a team building for a corporation, and I was like, I hope your boat's going to be done by the time the parade started. And they're like, we got this. It's like, we've been practicing. And it's like, wow, that's kind of cool for a corporate team build. So I don't recommend it
necessarily, but
it really is such a genuine opportunity. So when the sun's going down and the lights are coming up on the boats, and it's just glorious. And I cry every year.
Oh, I know. But one of the things that I don't think people are aware of, which, by the way, just so you know, companies like myself, we rearrange our Christmas party to make sure that it is not on the same weekend of Winterfest, because I don't know that 50%, if not more, of my employees have plans, have that family gathering, have the place where they go. They're going to be on a boat, so we don't need to be competing, but everybody knows, you either do it the week before or the week after.
Or on a boat in the parade.
Yeah, you're right. You know what?
There's a lot of party boats, a lot of families, they bring out their boats and invite. I think a lot happens over the Thanksgiving table, too.
And I was just going to say, I agree, but this is much longer than a December event. So talk about it. So you just had your...
Yes, so we actually start planning all year long. We start our events in October, but we do happy hours for boaters all year long. I have a board of 50 amazing leaders. We have 40.
You do. Yes. I looked at it online. That's a powerhouse of people. That says a lot.
And you know what? If anybody does look at our board, those people, they've got charities that they're putting their heart and soul into as well, that are heartstring charities. But they realize the importance and the magnitude of what Winterfest brings to the table for this community, for 12 miles, 1 million people, and it's just so very important. That they're giving their heart and soul to us as well, and their volunteer time. Speaking of volunteers, we have 350 volunteers that we do throughout the year. So starting in October, yes, we just did a kickoff for our corporate sponsors, which we could not live without our corporate sponsors.
Right.
So I do want to mention the Seminole Hard Rock. They, in 2004, actually became our title sponsor. But we had the Seminole Tribe since 1995.
Wow.
So very selfishly, I went to Florida State, and I met a beautiful Seminole by the name of Max Osceola, and we had discussions, and they put, through a friend of mine, a boat in the parade in 1995, and it really grew from there with their costumes and dancing, authentic costuming. And
sure.
So as we grew, we did different things together, and then he actually came to me and said, we're going to be taking over 2 Hard Rocks, one in Tampa and one in Hollywood. He happened to be the Hollywood councilman for the Hollywood, and we had Bell South Mobility at the time. Now let me ask you, Christy.
Okay.
All right, you've got Bell South, which is fabulous, and they are a great sponsor, but then Hard Rock's moving in, and they're all about entertainment. So
that's tough.
It was a decision that we all sat down and made, and fortunately, a gentleman by the name of Jim Allen, who is still the CEO, saw with Max, had the vision that, embracing the community when they were opening doors to this community with the hotel, and the challenges that they had all gone through and making this property happen, that we were their very first sponsorship.
Oh, wow.
So, and we're just so blessed. It's 21 years later. We just signed another 5-year contract, and just ever so grateful. And we have a person on our board that represents the Hard Rock, Susan Renison. So it's a family effort as well, and their heart and soul is truly in the parade.
And you can tell.
And they help with our grand marshals. So, and as we get into events, I'll just segue from, yes, we had a beautiful event at the Marriott Harbor Beach on Saturday evening with area restaurants. Casa Calabria, Oceanera was like our title there with the Marriott. And it was just a nice way to be able to say thank you to all of those of whom that really put us on the map, worked so hard, our corporate sponsors, supporters, board of directors. And our next big event that we have coming up will be in partnership with the Film Festival.
Oh, wow.
It's nice that we can open our arms too to embrace other organizations.
Sure.
So with the Film Festival is actually moving to February, but they're doing shorts this November that they're trying to promote. So we're going to do a disco dock party at one of our board members' mansions, and tickets are only $100.
Wow.
It's on November 8th.
Okay.
So looking forward to that.
That sounds like a great time.
It should be. We're just grateful. Steve Saver, I'm sure you know him.
Yep.
He's got a beautiful boat, Savoir Faire, in the boat parade every year, and very grateful to him. Then we have a huge family fun day. It is completely free. Last year we had over 6,000 in attendance. It is on November 23rd, and it runs from 10 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. At 3 o'clock, we actually open the doors to the Museum of Discovery and Science, partnering with Joe Cox, and at absolutely no charge. So these families that are going to our event can literally go through and experience the beautiful Museum of Discovery of Science.
Sure.
And they change their all of their shows every year, their displays, and it's so educational.
And it's interactive too, right?
It is very interactive. Yep. But our event, Publix, as we were mentioning earlier, is sponsored with Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital. Lots of interaction for the children. We've got the Hip Hop Kids for entertainment. There are, things going on, big polar bear rides. And Florida Panthers out there.
I was just going to ask.
With the mascots dancing, as long as they don't have a game. No. But then we also have the food samples, and there's all sorts of interactive
bringing that
things,
community together.
A choo-choo train going through that's ADA, so the parents go on with the kids, and it doesn't cost 1 cent.
But that's how you get 1 million people on one Saturday afternoon and evening to watch this, is that they've been included in this all the way up to the parade, not just the night of the parade. It's so all through the community.
Yes, the parade's our signature event, but really embracing the community and doing good things with all of the good that we have and under our umbrella, and trying to help other charities. And I'll get into the foundation after we run through some of the events. But our Black Tie Gala, mentioning Hard Rock again, this is a massive undertaking that the Hard Rock produces. This year it will be a Studio 54 theme.
Wow.
Because, Winterfest is actually 54 years old.
Oh, congratulations.
So
that definitely works, yes.
With the fun flair.
And that means I know exactly when it started in 1971.
Exactly.
It's a good year.
And it honestly is a kind of a nod to our theme for the actual boat parade, which is Yacht Rock of Ages. So, Studio 54 in the early 80s.
Okay, how do you guys come up with this? Is this all you?
Yeah, well, it's not all me. No, it takes a village.
But you guys have fun? Do you have ideas? I was going to say, come on, give me the outtakes. We're good. Is there that idea of oh, that would be so cool, but there's no way we can do that?
Actually, we do.
And you keep them?
Yeah.
Okay, I bet.
And so, right now, if anybody has any suggestions, I'm always out there asking. Our staff is always asking people, what haven't we done, or what's new,
which is hard
different?
Now after
because
all these years.
Right. And how do you do a different twist on Broadway, or, whatever have you. But next year is America's 250th And so we are looking to
That's
come
amazing.
up with a really cool theme that embraces America's 250 years.
Oh, that's going to be, I mean, boy, you can just
America
feel the
the
chills
beautiful,
and
right? All the
see
way
that
around,
going up and down the
patriotic.
river.
I think and it's perfect timing. I think our
it really
country
is. We
and
need
our
it.
community needs it.
Yes. And Winterfest provides that.
Yes.
And also, just you happen to throw out there that the Winterfest parade is one of the top 7 in the nation, but who's like your competition? I'm sorry, you left out that it's the Macy's Day Parade?
Well, it is.
Okay.
It is. You're right.
Yeah.
So it's Macy's on water. They have as many people lining their route as we do. It just happens to be on a street.
Yeah, and also it is produced and it is on television.
Yes, it is.
People can watch it that night.
On ABC Miami, WSVN. We do our own channel, and then it is embraced by other stations out there throughout the country that absorb it and air it.
And then it re-airs
Toronto and
like New Year's Eve.
Yes. It'll be on 3 times ABC Miami and 3 times on WSVN, and then aired in other locations.
And I encourage people, if
Yes.
you miss it, if you want to see it, or you even just listening to the music, I know it's going to be great this year for sure. But there's so many different things, and all the information that you learn from the boats as they're going by, it really is something that people should.
I like when the charity boats are a part of it. Feels good. Freedom Waters, Winterfest actually through our foundation produces a boat.
So let's talk about the foundation. Let's go into that.
Well, okay, but what about our Grand Marshal?
Oh.
I mean, so
events,
so 2
right?
more events, right?
Oh, we got it.
So
Okay,
Grand
so yeah.
Marshal is Romero Brito this year. He is the #1 celebrated artist in the world of his genre, and he opened a store on Las Olas. So
That's
we'll be
great.
showcasing our poster, and he, as I said, he's not only the Grand Marshal, but he is our poster artist.
And that's a poster you want to keep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so we give those out free.
Where do people get them?
So like Christmas on Las Olas, we try to send them out to different locations. Different
I have one
area
in my
events,
office.
Drop them off, or you can come by our office and get one. We'd love to share them. And then we also have Montel Jordan. Montel is the one who sang "This Is How We Do It." So he'll be performing at the Grand Marshal reception, and we've got from NSYNC. So we've got.
This is hard to keep up with, Lisa. Man, you know all the people. Okay.
Sorry. From NSYNC. We will have Chris Kirkpatrick.
Okay.
And I believe Joey Fatone will be coming and singing with him. They've come for the last 8 parades. They're on the Republic National Distributing boat, and they're hamming it up on their vessel. And then we also have Ryan Cabrera. Captain Lee, everybody here at the boat show knows who Captain Lee is.
Absolutely.
He's our official captain of Winterfest.
Oh, nice.
So he's doing some social posts for us, and you should have him on your podcast.
I should. Well,
really
hey, Lee.
Awesome.
Come on. It's a plug. We need you.
And then the parade day is the next day. After the Grand Marshal reception that we also do at Hard Rock, December 13th. We are starting it a half hour early.
Yep.
It's always started at 6:30, but we decided to start it at 6 o'clock. Actually, our friends at Amazon, they are the title sponsor of the Santa Claus Showboat. And Santa Claus is there for the children.
Of course.
And so,
and he's
and we're not a morning parade, so our friends said, why don't, we move Santa Claus up? So it's like, if you don't ask, the answer is no, and we thought, what a great idea.
It is. Makes sense.
He'll be going right after the Grand Marshals, so at the beginning of the parade, and then we've got, fireworks that'll be starting it with the Coast Guard Hudson as well, but everything will be starting right at 6 o'clock from where the Stranahan House is located, is where the actual parade starts.
So if you wanted to plan a time, how much time do you need to watch the whole parade?
So in reality, it's 2 hours from beginning to end.
Okay.
And we impact 8 different bridges.
It's okay. We're not formal.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's all right.
Great.
Our things fell out.
Okay,
we're good.
Yeah.
It'll keep recording. It's just whether or not you can hear me.
Oh.
Maybe that's why it popped out. She's like, I'm done. Done listening to her.
I love this. It's great. Okay. Wait, it's not staying. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
What am I doing wrong?
So I've even learned a lot. And so the theme of this season is, kind of the behind the scenes or the secrets or the significance of the industry that people may think are just in an event. So, for example, while you're fixing your piece on this one, you and I went to a luncheon today. This is the opening day of the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, and I think Winterfest is very similar in the sense that people see it as an event, but you've already explained how many different events that are before it, that lead up to it, involvement with the community, the charity component. That's incredible, and all the business leaders that get behind it as well. And I think that's what makes it so successful,
right?
And the industry being behind it.
We try to have something for everyone. 0
and that's
to
hard to
100
do.
On
it's got to get
shores.
harder and harder.
It is, always trying to change it up, and that's so great because the community really does. They'll call us and offer suggestions. They've seen things in a different country, and we take notes and keep it. It really does. Help us out because we did get a recommendation for EDM. I didn't even know what EDM stood for.
I'm proud that I actually do. I went electronic dance music.
There you go.
Okay.
So we're going to give it a go this year on a barge in the parade. And like I said, we're going to do some fire dancers, and we're looking at doing a Junkanoo band.
Now what's a Junkanoo band?
The Junkanoo out of the Bahamas with all the excitement.
Yes.
So there's a
that'll be fun.
Island space out at the Broward Mall. They're putting that together.
Oh, great.
So just looking at kind of unique things. So if anybody has any ideas, we're all about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's segue into the foundation.
Yeah, so the foundation.
And when was that created?
So that was created.
Almost simultaneously, but...
No, actually, the foundation was created about 12 years ago.
Okay.
We've been doing things that we do with the foundation through Winterfest.
Okay.
But then we realized these are so many opportunities to bring in other partners, to do...
And other charities.
And other charities to do and give back a little bit differently. So with Broward County Schools, we do a student art contest with kindergarten through 5th grade. And it's a fantasy boat contest.
I can only imagine.
And honestly, we've got any private school, homeschooled, can participate in it. So we do scholarships.
And that's great.
Guy Harvey Foundation's involved with us. And again, at the Museum of Discovery and Science, the CEO there, Joe, he tells the kids that were, all their artwork. We had over 1,100 pieces last year.
Wow.
I mean, it fills that museum.
Oh, so they're on display in there during that. Oh, wow.
And so that's in March.
Okay.
That's when I was saying we try to stay relevant all year long. So Joe tells the kids, all of you, all the students here, your artwork has been hung in a museum, and you can take that with you for the rest of your life.
That is so great.
And they all are like, oh, wow. It's so cool.
But you never know. That might strike
the
one
artistic
or two of
aspect.
them and have them go, yeah.
And then we've got a partner, Pop Snow and Circumstance, Neil Goldberg. He has a show that was off Broadway, and we've been creating characters the last 2 years from the artwork winner.
Wow.
That literally had a real costume character on stage even last year when it was performing at the Diplomat, and it's been off Broadway. So there's a lot of different touch points.
Wow.
Then we also have a junior captain program.
Okay.
This is something that is so near and dear. Any organization in Broward County that has a child between the ages of 7 and 16 can enter.
Okay.
And Florida Power and Light and Two Men in a Truck have a boat where they put the winner, if you will, as the junior captain on their boat, their name and lights, the charity that they represent, and they have 25 of their nearest and dearest on board with them. The remaining children have their families invited to be on the Jungle Queen, the Santa Claus showboat.
Though.
So it's just a real happy opportunity.
Yeah.
And then with our junior captain, we actually have him on stage, or she, on stage at the Grand Marshal reception. We cover them in TV, and it is a highlight. We had a parent last year. Their child happened to be quite ill, but she said it was the best day of her life. And it just, things like that really matter.
They do.
When you're, really impacting a child's happiness. So
well, and their future and their optimism and their parents, and the parents can see that. And again, it's part of being in that
and
community.
having an aspect of the TV show that they can watch over and over again.
100%.
And we are live streamed as well. So, and one other fact about the TV show is that all of the events that I mentioned to you, we incorporate the segments of those into the television.
You're
so
right,
that
you
people
do.
can see all the different partners that we have, all the different people that are associated with us, those of whom that are helping, and the energy behind putting on this amazing parade, which we could not do without our boat parade committee. These are all volunteers. Britt Lanier from 2 Men in a Truck, who does the boat with FP&L, has been our chairperson for the last 4 years. But you probably know Cliff Berry.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So Cliff has taken on this role as our chairperson this year.
Okay.
So I
He'll
know
do great.
He's going to do fabulous. He's put everything he has into making sure that the parade is point, and always helping us and giving us ideas. And the boat parade committee itself, they're out there. We have dock walkers that are volunteers. We need volunteers. We have people that go out and help the police getting the boats off in a timely manner. And
I can imagine just trying to get that many boats in line. And
we do it in clusters of 10, but then there's that one boat that tied their boat to a cleat.
Right.
And now you're trying to send them off.
Sure.
So there's, you need the assistance.
You definitely need the assistance.
Yep.
Okay, so tell me, has anything happened? I'm not going to ask for anything bad because anything can happen in that, but has anything happened during a parade that was something unexpected? I'm totally catching you off. We can edit this out. But
there has been a few things that have happened, like a dog jumping in the water and
yes, like I imagine things like that.
And we have a control room at the Riverside Hotel with different agencies from FBI to CIA to Coast Guard, Marine Patrol, BSO, and all of a sudden you hear there's a dog in the water. Well, you know that we have to find out where and how and get that dog. So we have got different, management out there, law enforcement that will go to a zone, and that's why we have control boats. Control boats are
what
also
are those?
volunteers.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
We have about 40 boats, and actually, if anybody is interested, we've just encouraged them to call our office. They get a front row seat in the parade. Nobody can dock behind them.
Okay.
And they get a zone where all they have to do is put a light and a banner on their boat, and have be on the right station to radio to our control room if in fact something goes
happening
awry. But we have had boats stop in the parade. I hate when the lights go out, but trying to get them back on. Different things.
I can only imagine.
And the weather. Okay, so let's just go there. 2 years ago, the weather was so bad we actually had to cancel the parade. I met with Bill Walker, was our chairperson at the time from Water Taxi, and I was getting the calls how bad the weather was going to be, and then the guys from NOAA and Coast Guard got involved. Now you know it's serious.
Now you know it's bad. Yeah, when
so
the
gentleman from NOAA
come.
at this last meeting on the Friday before, he said, "Have you ever seen The Storm, the movie, The Perfect Storm?" He says that's what's going to happen. The storm coming in from the Gulf, and it's going to meet with the Atlantic, and it's going to sit, and it's
just too much rain,
devastating.
Too much,
So
and you can't put people in harm's way.
That was the very first time we ever had to cancel for weather. I mean, besides COVID, obviously, we had to let it go that year, which I know there was a lot of flotillas and people were saying, why can't you just do it? But you couldn't have more than 10 people in one area, and if you've got 10 people on a bow of a boat,
because I don't think people
wouldn't have looked good.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And especially, we're a brand. And it wouldn't have been fair, and if anything had ever happened.
And because it's so much not about the parade as much as it's the community involvement.
Absolutely.
And so without the community involvement during COVID, that's hard to really create all of that with it.
And bringing people to the shores to stand together. It just was such a crazy time. I don't even like talking about that stupid COVID.
We're not going to talk about that at all. I do think, though, however, the marine industry did learn from it, and I think a lot of businesses can. And obviously you're resilient, because even through COVID, people still came out the following year when it was time. And I think probably the parade and the community events was something that people were like, oh, thank goodness we can have this back and we can see each other again. And
it was a learning lesson. I think we all did learn, like you say. We actually survived COVID without doing a parade. We exploited Santa Claus.
That's okay.
No, we did a different things at the hospitals with mailboxes to Santa, so the kids could put in their wishes because parents couldn't visit, and we were able to do gifting.
And is that you? Who thinks of that?
Yeah.
Was that you? That's amazing,
I watched a lot
Lisa.
of
Hallmark shows?
And like Santa Claus is like the king. So let's just...
Makes everybody happy.
It makes everybody happy. So we did videos about Fort Lauderdale to help visit Lauderdale. Santa Claus was, on the beach doing yoga, and he was in the water, and he went to our different parks. He went out to Hard Rock and paddleboarded. So there were things that people could do that we were showcasing. And so
that's really creative.
It was a very interesting time, and many of these projects we still continue today.
And that's what I was going to say. Yes. I bet you haven't just turned them all.
No,
I bet you're like, that one was good.
Yeah, Broward Health is the sponsor of our mailboxes that we do all the time. So
isn't that wonderful? So there is positive that came from that.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And I just mentioning Broward Health, I mean, what a great partner. We do that black tie ball, and they are a major sponsor of ours. And Nicholas Children's at our parade viewing, we do have a viewing area. It's only $30 for tickets. There's different packages, but it is the best place and organized to watch the parade for families, for couples, for kids. We have entertainment, there's food, the seating, everybody gets a front row seat. So we can have about 3,000 people at this Las Olas Park on the Intercoastal.
Now, I don't know if you remember, it was a long time ago. I mean, we're only like 35, so we were kids back then.
Right?
But I was a judge.
You were.
In 2002.
That's right. I was there.
That's going back. You were.
Yes.
You were. But I wasn't sure when did you, because I feel like it's always been you. I don't remember a time when
it's always been me.
It's always like without Lisa, what is Winterfest,
You're so kind. I actually started, I've seen every parade. I grew up nearby, and my family was a little older. They didn't want to play with me, but I knew about the parade. My mom knew about the parade. So
you decided to make
little
your own
sandwiches and kind of hang out. But it really did bring my family together through the years. So when I graduated from college, I decided to volunteer. And that was in 1987.
And I hear you're looking for interns now.
We give college credit.
Okay.
And community service hours. So it really is a great gig.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
No,
but that's a podcast.
Yeah.
It's just ADHD. We just go around.
I love that.
But I did see that you have a lot of interns, and you have a really robust internship program.
We do.
And
there's
what a
lots
great
to
internship.
learn between advertising and boating and it's just so
hospitality, restaurant, lifestyle,
the parties, event production,
DJs,
sound, lighting, everything behind the scenes. So it really is a great opportunity for someone, and they have a lot of fun doing it too. But I just loved volunteering for Winterfest.
And so you just fell in love with it and became the Winterfest queen.
Mentioning, to be selfish, I'll just give you the story, mentioning FSU in 1995. I could not get FSU to do a boat in the parade, so I went to the tribe, and that's how we just developed a relationship.
You got it no matter what.
So, but FSU is putting a boat in this year.
Are they?
University of Florida.
Good.
So hopefully University of Miami will be next.
Oh, well, they're not going to. Why would they want to be left out? You need to get them all.
Exactly.
I mean, since you are just as popular, if not more, than the Rose Bowl parade.
Right?
We
we're up there. USA Today rated us one of the top 20 parades in the world, and there's 50,000 events. There are over 50,000 events in the United States alone. So being in the top 20 is pretty
huge.
Pretty awesome.
That's a big deal. And
it's right here in our backyard in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale, and it's just such a proud moment to be able to create something of this magnitude.
Oh, and you've done an amazing job. What's the future?
But let me tell you, Dawn Deal and Kathy Kelleher. Dawn's been there. We knew each other since 6th grade, but she's going on 30 parades, and Kathy started in 2001. So it's the three of us,
and
a well-oiled machine.
as somebody who just went to the event on Saturday, I will tell you they know every single person by name. It's like people don't have to walk up and your name's on the. They know who everybody is. It really is, and you can tell that they care
because
just as much.
Everyone there is so involved in our lives and so involved in Winterfest, and it's just respect that we have for each other.
And it's the core of the marine industry. That's
Truly.
who we all are, and we work together
and we love working with Marine Industries Association.
Absolutely, and as owners of the world's largest boat show here that we're sitting at.
Here we are.
It's
a great day.
Well, thank you so much, Lisa, for spending time with me today.
What about your 75 years?
I know, we just turned
incredible.
75.
I see a Ward's Marine boat in the parade.
It could be. I think that we should.
We should that
especially
happen.
Since we don't do our Christmas party purposely. Maybe we'll move move our Christmas
party. We
party.
can do a very small boat or a very big boat, whatever you want. We can make it happen.
We're going to make it happen. We are going to do the Wars Marine Electric Christmas party in the boat parade next year.
That's awesome.
Okay, you heard it here.
All right.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Good to see you. Thank you.